Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Matt Capper. This is another video on Raid Shadow Legends. Hey look, I apologize for the two videos one day. I'd love to say I have a good excuse. Things got a little crazy around the time I was going to upload and then I just forgot about it. So there are two on there for you to watch. And now we're going to be going into days, which is the most ridiculous thing. We're actually going into the second set of levels before we've gone to any levels on some, but that's the way they've done it. So we're in stage 4 Undead, 4, 5, and 6, and Dwarf Crypt. Dwarves, I feel, again, mine are a little bit more well-rounded, so freeze debuffs. Well, hey, there you go. Freeze debuffs probably one of the worst ones. I think we can all agree because there's a small subset of champions that have freeze, and those who don't, the sets don't actively freeze, they passively freeze, which does make it a little bit difficult to use. But let's see what we have. Oh yeah, we have the team to do this for sure. We'll bring in one. We'll probably keep her for... Actually, you know what? We don't need to keep her for damage. The question is, do I bring in both Torments? And the answer is yes. We might as well get the freeze off the thing. Look, here's the deal. There's no epic with freeze in Dwarves, so I can't help you. I don't know what to say. And just use the sets, control the teams, and hopefully get her done. This to me feels like either willfully, intentionally done, like they knew this and they're like whatever, or they just didn't think about it. And I think they probably just didn't think about it. They probably put up a big board and said, what are all the different conditions we can give for this? We need 21. And then they just mix-matched them and threw them at all the factions without thinking, which I know that sounds like a shock. Plarium implementing something without thinking. But that's where we're at. Hey, if you're endgame, hopefully you have one of these champions that can do the freeze. And if you don't, I'm sorry for you. I got nothing else for you. We'll just give ourselves some. Right, so there we go. We're already getting the freezes. That's a problem. We can't get any more freezes once she goes. All right, let me redo this. As always, okay, yeah. Oh yeah, no, you got to get in your counterattacks before you listen to the input from the player. That's good. Thank God I have my coffee. All right. We're gonna deal with her specifically. I forgot about her, so we'll just do that, and then the rest of these guys can do their thing. Hopefully, yeah, freeze. I like how she still put a debuff on. Good news is I can steal that one, and what do we want to do? I think we can get a freeze here, there. And then we'll do the big boy. We got some hooks here. Let's see if I can. She's not going to play fun, so we'll try to get rid of her. Strip. There we go. We got the strip. Good. How many are we at? We're at 4 freezes. This is going to look pretty good. Maybe we'll try to just kill her. So close. We'll do this. That'll get rid of one. We'll do this. Didn't get any freezes there. Didn't get any freezes there. We just hope. We just hope. He's not going to get any freezes, but we want to probably save and reset our skills here. Oh, he killed him. Dad. Oh, take your extra turns and then die. All right, 4 for 10. That looks like a pretty good pace. So we'll get to the end and then we'll talk about it. Yeah, it was pretty easy. Obviously, I have a team that not many of you are going to have, but you probably, I mean, some of you could have a Tormund. Gnoots were actually fairly strong when it came to both damage and lockout with the freezes, so it was pretty good overall. Would recommend. And of course, Underpriest Brogni kept everyone alive with all of his abilities. So overall, pretty easy if you have the champions. I don't know what you're going to do. You're going to, like I said, if you have Provoke, provoke in a freeze set, in a frost set with the other frost set. I can't remember the name of the Doom Tower set, the 2-piece and the 4-piece together. That might be your best bet. Just have provokers that can have that, or leads, or weak affinity, or whatever. Make sure they're tanky. That's going to be your best bet. Honestly, it's going to be tough without at least one or two of the freezers. But let me know in the comments down below if you actually got someone to do that. Oh, and of course, not having gear. I'm glad it shows me a picture of Tormund. I don't know which one that is. Okay, 50% with one skill. Should be easy with the Tormunds. This should be fairly straightforward. Oh, Molly. By the way, Molly, if you happen to, if you have extra champions and you've used the thing where you get rid of champions, I don't remember what it's called, and you have those coins, Molly is available in that market, so you could get her. She can. That used to be early meta because she's got that huge provoke, and then she's wearing freeze gear, frozen gear, frost gear, whatever you want to call it. That might be a good option for you. Now, we want big, heavy hitters here for the skill. I think Acrisia's not as good as you'd think because they don't have enough HP. So you're using it based on attack. So she's not useful here. For epics, there's actually quite a few epics that could, well, I shouldn't say quite a few. There's a few epics that I think could hit this mark. Believe it or not, Berdal, he's not a huge hitter, but this one actually, because it's a triple hit, can actually do some damage. Also, of course, probably your best shot is Gala Longbraids. She's got several skills that do tons of damage. You're going to have to deck her out in full nuke ability. Obviously, in the legendary ones, the Knuts are going to be your best bet. Probably also Herndig can do some good damage with one of his skills there. I haven't tested it. Maybe Gem Curse, though I wouldn't hold my breath. One skill probably doesn't include bombs, so I don't know how Nari would work. So you just kind of have to play it by ear. Mountain King probably can, but what you're probably going to want to do, and I'm definitely going to do it, is, although I do like I do like the crowd control. Fodbor is probably a good idea here. I'm actually going to take her out and bring in Fodbor. He's going to give me the chance to debuff, which is going to allow me to hit harder. So he's probably not going to be fast enough. Not even close to fast enough. I'll take one of these guys out. I'll take one of them out. Just, we'll see what happens. Let's see what happens here. All right. So we can do this. That's not going to get me anywhere. But we want this. And let's see what that comes of that. Boom. We got 5 of them. So there's your easy cheat code. I did. Oh, she got frozen too. I was gonna say I did let her get her skill off, but that doesn't seem to matter. Obviously, we're not gonna get that 6th one because no one had health left. So it's gonna be pretty easy. We'll see you at the end. Yeah, Trunda could do it with buffs. She could do it without buffs. She could do it by herself. She could do it in any one of her 3 skills. That was simple. I didn't even need Gnut in there. She got it right away. Again, for the epic world, Fodbor's probably your sneaky weapon because he's got that decreased defense. And then you bring in like a Gala Longbraids. She's getting extra turns. With her 3-hit and 2-hit and all that stuff, she's going to be able to work down the line. So I don't, as long as you have Gala Longbraids or maybe Beardall. The only problem is they're both voids. So it's not like they're easy to get for epics. I don't think, we'll go to, yeah, let's just check it here. I'll check here. I don't know, like, I don't think Ragnar does enough damage. Melga doesn't. Conella doesn't. What's his name? Grizzled doesn't. They're all kind of defensive. I don't know how the interaction with Geomancer. I don't know how the interaction with the ally attack might work. I think Morag is probably another good option, and she's a quote-unquote free option. Does everyone get her from the rewards? I think so. Maybe not. I don't know. I got her on my free to play. So there's an option. I don't Fear Gun maybe. I don't know how the bomb interaction works. Like, that's technically a skill. The bomb can technically take a percentage of damage, but because it's delayed, does it count? I don't know. That's something you'd have to test out. But it's a little less clear if you don't have the two Void Epic Nukers, especially. I mean, I'm pretty sure Gala just makes this pretty easy. So other than that, I think, yeah, I don't know, Master Butcher, you want to give it a try, but yeah, probably Morag can get it done. I think if you're just like, I just don't have the right champions for this, put your best gear on her and let her fly. Also, I got to say this, I'm very happy I haven't had to build anyone, because you can see I got 6 million silver from 60 when I started this little adventure of ours. So it's been crazy. Anyway, manipulate turn meters 40 times. That's pretty simple for me. Manipulating turn meters is pretty simple. I could bring in Molly. She can manipulate, because remember, it's positive or negative. I can bring in Duel. They're going to manipulate. Geomancer, there's your epic right there. He steals turn meter. I'm guessing first hit mastery also manipulates turn meter and therefore counts. I think the hardest thing here is going to be not killing everyone. So I'm going to take Trunda out, because I don't want that much damage. And instead we'll bring in one more manipulator here. So I have the 3 main turn meter manipulators. Gosh, there's so many different ways to do this. This shouldn't be a difficult one. Worst case scenario, you need something more. I was just gonna say, worst case scenario, you just give everyone, what is it, sniper or eye of the tiger? I don't know what's it. Oh, I can't look at it that way. What's it called? Eye of the. Where am I going? Oh, gee, come on. There we go. Masteries. Evil Eye. I knew it was something with an eye. So Evil Eye won't do enough, because it only works on the first hit. So you've only got 15 from that. So you're going to have to find 40. 40 is a lot. Now, a triple hit, does that count as 3? We're going to find out right now. If not, we're going to have to rethink this even some more, because 40 is not, it's not a little. So let's see what happens here. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Okay. So this is going to be pretty easy for me. See, there's a turner, so I should be at 7. I'm at 9. 3, 6. Somehow I'm at 9. I don't understand how, but we'll take it. Does this guy do anything with this? No. This should. It didn't. He doesn't have Evil Eye. So I think if you have an AoE A1, technically it should do 5% to everyone. That might be an interesting way to do it as well. I tell you what, you're seeing what I'm going to do. I'm not going to make you sit through any more. We're just going to cut here, and then we'll get to the next one. All right, well, this one was easy, but it took 10 minutes. Here's the problem. This is a little catch. You always got to pay attention to these stupid little things. I don't remember her name. The first round, the one who's got the AoE that can stun. She was meta for a little bit in arena. She heals herself every time she's crit hit. And when Gnoots are weak affinity to her and they're triple hitting her and she's healing for more than they're hitting, because area ones don't hit very hard, it takes a long time to kill her. She was frozen the whole time. She was going to do anything. This Torment is not built for any damage at all. He's just built for control. The Geo, what are you going to do? And Underpriest Brogni was doing okay damage. So it did take a bit on that first round. So just a little pitfall. Make sure you have someone that can take her out, and you're not getting those weak affinities. You want blast damage or something to that effect. Otherwise, she's just going to keep healing herself. At about 7,500 per hit, crit hit on her, she's going to heal herself. So just something to keep in mind. Right. Dwarves were pretty easy on this run. This is much easier than the first round. Of course, we did have a lot of these already pre-built, which is nice. Why don't we now head over to Undead Horde, where I'm sure it'll be a much different story. All right, first we have the 10 provoke. 10 provoke? Isn't that, did we not? I feel like we already did that. Okay, maybe we didn't. Let's see what we got for the debuffs of provoke. We've got a lot of single target, so that's good. I believe there's a single. There's a lot of singles. Vogoth would be nice. He's got an AoE. 75% chance. He's probably a must use. Balthus, he has a single enemy. I have no idea what Valkanen does anymore, so I'm not even going to mention him. What else do we got? We got Huss. We got Huss. 2 Huss A1. We've got 2 Seekers A1. We've got Vogoth with a not 100% chance AoE, but he's going to make you more survivable too. So, I guess Euros also has a provoke. Whenever an ally is attacked under strengthen buff, has a 50% chance of placing a provoke debuff on the attacker. So that's not a bad one. We'll keep him in. Probably don't need you then if we're going to put Siphi in there. We'll bring in Vogoth and one of the... And I think this is the team we're going to bring in. We're going to try this and see what happens. Without actually checking to see if anyone has gear, because we do not want to put gear. So let's get you provoked first, or we just don't land the... I know this comes as a shock, but he doesn't have gear. I know. It's shocking. It's a shocking revelation. So we're over 300 accuracy, if that works. These take so long. Hour of my life every single day. Well, we got 4. Oh. That was saucy. Okay, we got 4 for 10. So we don't really need this. We'll just... All right, I got to tell you, absolutely, Vogoth is the toast of the group. Sorry, excuse me. He's going to have his own provokes. You put him in a provoke set. He's got a triple hit A1, so he's probably has a reasonable chance to provoke again. He was provoking left, right, and center. But the sneaky one is Euros. Like, you may or may not have the rest of the champions that you need, but you can get him for free relatively early in the Doom Tower hard progress. And let me tell you, when that guy puts up the strengthen, and if you need to, you can bring a second strengthen in. Let's take a look at that. You can bring a second strengthen buff in so that it's always up. And he was provoking everything in the sun. Like, oh well, I guess you can't because there's only 2 people that have that. Never mind. So you can't bring in a second strength. Really? He's the only one. Whatever. You put that on if you want to be safe. You can put him in protection gear so it's protected or has a chance of being protected. And yeah, he was that second round. He provoked everyone all the time. They were never not provoked. In fact, there's a couple multi-hitters they'd hit, so the provoke would drop, but they're multi-hitters, and they'd re-provoke themselves on the second or third hit. So Euros is sneaky good. Obviously, Vogoth is your best chance, but it's pretty nice that there's actually 2 quote-unquote free or free-to-play friendly options out there. 3 if you include Seeker, who, if you build him not for your clan boss, should be able to land those provokes. Although I gotta say, he did land provokes at about 50-50, so, or maybe 60-40, so he wasn't even that bad. So pretty easy overall. Again, we got 2 stages left. We're down to 5.76 million. I'm running more Spider. I think there's a Spider tournament happening, or I was gonna wait till whatever. Hopefully we don't have to worry about it. So sleep debuffs. Well, I have the Queen. Now 10 might be tough. Let's see what else there's available. Sleep is interesting because I felt like they were not putting a lot of sleep out there. So we have Zelata. What's his sleep look like? 75% is pretty good chance. And if they're already under debuffs, he has 100% chance. It's a 5-turn cooldown, though. That is obscene. What's our seducer going here? 45% chance on an A1 is not bad. There's kind of a sneaky good one. with Seducer and Death Knight. What do you got? 25, 35% chance? 35% chance on an A1 isn't bad either. Especially, do we have, like, if you use Catacomb Counselor to do your AoEs, and all these ones are AoEs, let's do that. Let's think out of the box here. I think that'd be fun. So we'll bring in Zelota just because. We want some damage dealer. Let's hide for a second here, just so I can find Catacomb Counselor. Is there any other ally attack? Let's just find positive ally attack. No, okay, it's just him. Wow, I have actually 2. That's crazy. I have 2 with blessings. One's just sitting in the. Why? Why? I don't know. I don't know if I have an answer. So we have an A1. We have an A1. Why do I make these decisions? Why? Why do I make these decisions? I didn't have to. So these 4 are ready to go. It's just the Seducer here. He's actually got a really good aura too. Huh. All right. Well, we can just put the first sleep out. We got 4 more sleeps. That's a good looking. That's looking good. And then we can ally attack here. Got to sleep. Yeah, that's a wasted one, but I just don't want to wake anyone up here. I mean, we can do that. That's nice. What do we got here? Text. Oh, thank God. Oh, look, another sleep. I should not put her in this just because, like, obviously she's gonna make this so much easier, right? Oh, that's not good. Oh God, we don't want them taking turns. No, we gotta no. The opposite should be happening. Oh, I thought I could kill him. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, we don't want you taking a turn. I think I've already got enough. All right, you can see I actually changed it up. It was just taking too long. It was absolutely working, but the ally attack wasn't that crazy. And really, with Sify, the other 2 weren't really doing anything. With Sify was always getting it, or usually getting it, so it kind of defeated the purpose. But I took it out. But I will tell you, best in class, Zelota for 100%. He would land 3 to 5 of the sleeps per round on that A3, and then just would pick them off and kill them with single target when I needed to. I didn't use Saito's AoE that often, and then Sify did get obviously a ton of sleeps, but even if I didn't have Sify in that, she was more for survivability and revive. Zelota had more than enough. He slept 3 times and got, I think, probably 12 sleeps out of it. So he's going to be your best in class for this. But also, and this is something to keep in mind, it's not just about his ability to sleep here, which is the thing, but he's also got this continuous heal. So if you're trying to survive, look, you know, a 3... So place a shield buff for 20% of this champion's max HP, which I didn't even build him. Look at his HP. You can put that in a bolster, or put him in a ton of HP. Maybe put him in bolster as well, and you can get a good shield out of this. Plus the 2-turn continuous heal. The survivability quotient of your team with Zeloton is probably a very underrated champion. The ability to sleep an AoE sleep plus the continuous heal, and then has that sleep debuff on his A1, which, I mean, what is it, 15, 20, 35, 40% chance on an A1? It's all in all, it's pretty good. He's probably best in class in this, disregarding the fact that Sify can just 100% can't resist on her A1 if you're above 50% turn meter. So with that said, let's go into the final stage. And this is manipulate turn meters. So Obviously, Siffi's going to be best in class here, but let's see what kind of turn meter manipulation. We'll start with the positive turn meter, fill turn meter, hide. We've got a lot of champions that can do that. Obviously, we got ourselves a nice Seeker who's going to be able to do that. We've got of course our new guy, Lord Fabian. The turn meter is on. It's on his passive. Oh, it's on the A1. So it's on the A1. Just a ton. I mean, Morgane, she's all about turn meter. So a lot of champions you have to use here. And on the decreased turn meter, probably have just about as many negative effects. Decreased turn meter. Yeah, we got tons. So turn meter shouldn't be a problem for you. Probably someone like Lich, because he does a full turn meter on a single target on a 3-turn cooldown and puts a slow on them. That probably be your best bet on decreased turn meter for epics. For the increased turn meter, it's probably going to be, it's honestly, it's, what am I even thinking? It's by far and large Seeker, right? He's got an AoE turn meter fill, plus it grants an extra turn, so that's effectively a 2-turn cooldown. This should not be a problem at all. We're probably going to, do I even want this team? I'm going to bring Zealot. Zealot did so well for me. I think he deserves a second run. Or maybe we should bring in Vlad to make it quicker. I don't know, it might be too quick. Let's keep Where's Zelly? I really like. I've kind of fallen in love with Zelata as kind of a free to play early account type thing. We get arena battles, which we're not in. Arena battles. Probably just put her in the lead then. All right. So you're gonna see here how crazy this can get. Like, she's gonna boost turn meters. So we've already got 5. Then we can sleep them, as we learned from the last. And then he's gonna get turn meters. So now we're at 10. And maybe we can even get a lockout. We got a lockout. See, it's and then we've got a sleep, just in case it didn't count from last time. And then we can slowly pick them off. Ooh, she didn't die. Well, I guess we'll try to get a decrease. Nope. Okay. That's okay. She can just go to sleep. Okay. We're always going to try to manipulate the largest grouping. If we want those shields and those heals, that's good. More turn meters. So we're already up to 19. So I'm not too worried about this. All right, boom. Now we're up to 24. Pretty easy round. I think the turn meter manipulation is probably going to be the easiest for every. I mean, we'll find out, but so far I feel in my head, faction wars wise, I don't see too many problems with this ability. So we'll see you at the end of this, and that'll wrap it. As you can imagine, this was the easiest. I had turn meter done early in the second round with the double AoEs. If you don't have Siffi, obviously the free to play here is Seeker. He is going to just be really, really strong in being able to AoE manipulate. And then you just kill them. Lock them down and kill them. However you want to lock them down. I liked Zelata. Actually, Zelata was perfect. He, again, AoE slept, got 4 every time. Siffi slept the 5th one. And then Saito Rotos would start picking him off. Rinse, repeat. So pretty easy overall. Stage 6 done. We are now officially over the 108 total stars. So we'll take our oils, our 80 oils, which is always nice. We'll take our 200 silver, 200,000 silver. Really? It should be 2 million silver. My God, you guys are cheap. Just cheap. Anyway, probably the smoothest run of them all. I got to go make some more silver because I'm sure when we get to the Dark Elves, I feel like the first 3 are going to be the hardest because you're going to be using the biggest breadth of different champions. Once you have them built, and as long as you're not stealing too much from them, you're going to probably be a little bit less having to build out and re-gear and all that stuff. So that's my hope. Cross my fingers. But we still have Sylvan Watchers in 3 days. We have the Sacred Order also in 3 days. In 5 days, we'll have the Dark Elves. In 2 days, we'll have Skinwalkers. In 5 days, we'll have Knights Rev. So we're going to be doing Demon Spawn next tonight, along with Barbarians, and that'll be the next set of stars for them. So looks like we're gonna get a couple repeats before we get through all of them. Interestingly, we got 2 day, we got 5 day, and we got 3 day. Do we have multiple 4 day and multiple 4 day? Okay, so that's where we're at. That's where we're going. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. If you like, if you want to subscribe to see all of these as they roll out and as you get the opportunity to fight them on your own, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Other than that, thank you for watching. Be kind, be safe. We'll see you in the next video.